Well, for all of you that don't know, which I'm sure not a lot of you that are here do know, that John and Austin and Botched Podcast, we've gone our separate ways. We wish them luck on whatever future endeavors they have, and I'm sure if they put their mind to it, they'll be able to accomplish anything. We're just taking the show in a different direction, and thank them for the laughs that they gave and the characters that they played throughout the years, and I think they'll be fine and do well, whatever they end up doing next. I know John was already shopping around a new podcast, so
nice.
Keep your ears out for that. So
that's long, all. And thanks for all the lulz.
That's really, we're going to end it at that. Public announcement here. We are working behind the scenes about bringing new cast members in, but until then, we're just going to keep going, and I think that about covers it for John and Austin. So
we will simply soldier on.
Not long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces to play Dungeons and Dragons. Inspired by boredom, equipped with loose morals, and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes venture forth to explore strange new lands. So gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers, and join us for a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves.
This is Botched, a D&D podcast. Mwah! Mwah! Botched!
Previously on Botched. We started some sort of satanic ritual, and I tried to sabotage it with my friend Keith, but when I winked at him, he didn't really get the message because he's probably autistic, so didn't really get the subtle hint that was, time to do the thing that we had discussed previously to look for my signal. And then Yokkish tried to do something, but everybody saw him, and the runes lighted up, and something exploded, and Chumbledoo's no longer with us. I don't know what happened, but so long, Chumbles.
What could have happened?
I didn't want him to suffer through the apocalypse, so I spaced him, and that's where we are. I feel very sad about it. I think I'm going to eat.
It's not like like the Harry and the Hendersons.
Get out of here!
Get out of here! You didn't send him back to the woods. You threw him into space.
Well,
it was a quicker death than he would have received at the hands of the demons.
He doesn't know if Wendigos can survive in space.
I guess.
I mean, that one.
It's right.
He literally yelled, "Die!"
He did scream, "Die, die, my
Knew
darling!
That never happened?
Die, you monster!
Die, die, die,
I'm not a monster.
my darling! I'll see you in hell!"
Welcome back, listeners, to the 45th episode of our 5th season. Thanks for tuning in again. Side note, Keith did get the message. That's why it got all fucked up, because when he was doing the whole ghost hand-over-hand thing, he was secretly changing things, but nobody noticed, because no one was paying attention. So, he didn't miss you. He's not that autistic, Tristan. He's a smart, good boy.
He is.
Who's
and
Tristan?
I love him.
Well, I'm yelling at Tristan. But anyways. So, we're not starting right where we left off last time, as some things have happened. When the demonic passage through time and space was closed and all the demons were sucked out from everywhere, the explosion of the Hellgate, or implosion, however you want to look at it, damaged all the ships in the nearby area that were watching it, yours included. Most of the other ships, however, when they malfunctioned, they exploded, so they're just floating debris. Luckily for you, you have the crack aces of Verde and Perkins on the job.
Perkins.
And they managed to salvage things enough so that the ship did not explode. However, you are currently adrift in space with only emergency power. And the emergency power is just keeping life support and some lights on. It's like a low flashing red light.
Oh, okay, yes? you answered my question. Never mind.
Okay, got it. Great. So it's this low flashing red light. And it's been a few days. I would say it's been 3 or 4 days. Not even the food replicators are working. They have a certain amount that they could create, which you guys have all but burned through. However, Yokkish in his, we'll call it bloodlust, he got a hankering.
I'm manic.
He's manic.
I'm having an episode. A manic.
Sure.
I'm having a manic episode.
Yeah. He ate Joran first because
I don't want to clean the Perkins box anymore.
Yeah. Plus, he's tired of him being captain. The key is always just one captain for Joran. He's tired of it, so just get him out of there. The rest of you, however, on the ship have sort of huddled down in the cargo bay for right now with the children and the teacher.
Yes, there's a shower there, so it's quite
There
quite nice.
is a shower there. The problem is that Yokkish has been stalking people through the ventilation system,
Yeah, I know it's like the back of my hand.
which runs through the whole ship, cargo hold included. But luckily, the cargo hold is fairly tall. It's like 30 or so feet, so you can't just like reach down and nab you.
Yes, we have a motion sensor on top of the ventilation in the cabinet that we're in. Excuse me,
Sure.
you know what I'm trying to say?
Cargo bay.
Cargo cabinet.
Sure. So in this space, all you have is whatever you have, just at your disposal, laying around, tools, stuff like that. The children, the teacher.
I don't think it's fair to call Keith a tool, but
He was calling Perkins a tool.
oh yes, he's definitely a tool. Look, everybody,
I appreciate that.
everybody, listen up. As acting captain and orderer of all the helmets of protection that we'll have to do when they arrive. I happen to know that this
What's that
man,
supposed to do?
AJ Washington, keeps
It's not a helmet of protection. It's a little goo ball that's sucking your brains out through the top of your skull.
Look, you will stop when the captain is talking. That's like, I rang the bell, so you have to listen now. Ring, ring.
All
right.
Listen.
So in AJ Washington's quarters, I happen to know that there are vats of ranch dressing just sitting there, ready to be eaten, as well as half-empty boxes of pizza that are just shoved under the bed, so you can just grab them whenever you want. And they should be still good because they were made by the replicators to be extra salty,
It's
American
upstairs,
style. So they're just basically breadsticks, but with cheese.
But they're upstairs.
Yes, but we have no more food, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're hoarding it, Fatty.
I'm not holding it.
Everybody, look at him. Does he have food?
Yeah, you can roll to see if he has food.
Gonna perceive. I got a 14.
He does have a half a power bar in his pocket that he's been nibbling on for days.
I rolled.
He's got power pockets.
What did you roll, Yokkish?
26.
Oh yeah. Perception. Zoop.
Unfortunately, I'm busy staring at the power bar that's in Perkins' pocket
Okay.
because I got an 8 for that perception, but a 14 for the look for food perception.
Sure. One of the teachers just like, wait, where did Timmy go? And there's only 14 kids now.
Yeah. What? So we should probably get a head count. And who was on motion sensor duty with that vent? You kind of shit the bed there.
You were talking.
Hold on.
You said we had to pay attention to you when you're talking. You rang the bell. You
we-
literally made the
Are
rule.
we just playing Among Us?
Kind
Is
of.
that what we're doing? I'm
We
going
know
to
who the monster is.
Well, who was
Yes,
on
you are
duty?
good.
Who was on duty?
Me, technically.
Well,
You told me to watch you.
everybody, what's the punishment for missing a Yokkish?
Put her in the vents. Put her in the vents.
Exactly.
But if we put her in the vents, we'll be one more down, and then.
And
we'll
that's
be
more cheesy sticks to go around.
No more homework.
Yeah, but we need
no
the
more homework.
We
Yes,
need
it's
the people
recess
to-
all the time.
we need the people to get.
Teacher isn't people. Teacher isn't people.
We'll
I'll
put
kill you.
We'll put it to a vote then. All right, and children's votes count. So all in favor of killing the teacher and getting rid of homework forever? Raise your hands.
14, 15 with you.
All opposed?
Verde, Keith, and Perkins all raise their hands as opposed.
Well, that's how space democracy works.
Traitors.
I'm sorry, teacher lady, that we never even got the name of, but it's a democracy. What do you want?
Miss Grizzle.
Oh, that's
and
right. We
also-
did say.
Yeah, we did say something like that.
Yeah.
Also, it'll keep him sated for a longer period of time, so we have a better chance of getting those pizza sticks.
All right, if that's what you think. So they just.
I know I'm not supposed to input, but
Sure.
you remember like Jurassic Park
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
when they had that goat
Yeah.
I've seen
On a
it.
chain with a.
You want us to chain her to
I
a
mean,
box?
you could set a trap to try
Chain
to
her to a
catch.
stick. Yeah, we
Try
could.
to catch Yokkish.
All right, little boy. That's a great idea. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Let's chain it to a stick and let's try to rig a space gun to shoot when the stick is pulled. Keith, can you be in charge of engineering that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I feel conflicted about trying to kill Yokkish, though. I mean, he's just a hungry boy. We just have to.
Well, if
find
if you set the gun to stun, maybe it'll do its job, and then everyone will be saved, and this teacher won't be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And he sets his gun up, and it's tied to a string, tied to a stick, tied to the teacher.
like a little box trap for a mouse.
Sure. Mostly she's just strapped to a crate with a string.
Oh no, is that the? It's not the Mutaghost box, right?
No.
Yeah, he's still there.
He's up top somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've eaten him or
I
not.
haven't.
So, which of us are going upstairs to get pizza sticks?
Well, I guess everyone. I don't know. Children have a lot of energy, right? So they probably won't go to sleep. But maybe we should give them guns so that they can defend themselves.
You want to give the majority of the group that just showed that they're actively willing to kill someone they've known guns.
Well, maybe she wasn't a very good teacher, and she wasn't reaching them, and she was more of a disciplinarian, and not a real guiding force in their life.
How do we reach these kids?
She teached us evolution.
Well, all right, so maybe not guns to all of the children, but like the front line of kids can have the guns, and they can watch the teacher,
They
and
have
also
to
the
share
vents.
a gun. It's like a hall pass.
Exactly.
One of you use the trigger.
When one falls, the next one will pick it up. That way,
World
the
War
ship will
II.
stay strong.
Fucking guerrilla warfare with children.
Well, I mean, I'm not giving them amphetamines, but it's a great idea. Little child soldiers in
On
space.
meth.
I mean, I can stay behind and watch
you
the
can-
Yokkish trap.
Exactly. You can be the marshal of the children who will stop Yokkish from taking everybody. You'll be the shepherd of the flock, so to speak.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
And then Keith, me, Verde, and maybe
Yes.
2 children can go after the blessed pizza boxes and ranch gallons.
You guys should there's probably still a little bit of food left in the food replicator. Might want to be able to. Do we want to wait on it? Come back to it later?
Well, maybe do we have a battery pack we could attach to it to get a couple, use what's left in there?
Well, what I'm saying is
You're an engineer,
it's got the emergency power, so it has a set amount of food that it can make.
all right? So
If we try and put any external power in, we probably won't be able to breathe.
Okay, we'll do that. There's a replicator right outside AJ's quarters, as I remember. So one of us will work on that, Verde, I suppose, and Keith and I
Sure.
will go get the boxes.
Okay.
And everybody be on your toes, because Yokkish is a slippery one,
So-
with the desiccated flesh.
Jeez. Yeah. So in the cargo hold, it's sort of like a crosshairs shape of the vents, and then it also outlines the entire box, but it's like up above.
Mm-hmm.
But on the upper floor of the ship, the grates run sort of like a skeleton throughout the ship. It's in the floor and the ceiling. And there are vents in both the floor and the ceiling, and they are connected between the cargo holds.
So we're watching this on a handheld with the last of our power, and I'm imagining it's like going, and it's just like a bunch of lines on a white grid that has like a flashing dot, and we all know what's going on, but it's like super not clear at all.
Sure, exactly. Yes. So there is a staircase in the middle of the cargo hold that goes up to the main ship. It's like almost
An
like
ambush
a
point, you say?
Well, there's no vent in the stairs. So yes,
The
but
stairs are a vent.
yeah. But yes, you could use it as an ambush point or be ambushed.
Well, I was imagining we might be ambushed there, but he's not privy to this conversation because we're not actually having it.
you got the teacher snacks. So that might, Plus he just ate a kid, so he might be saved a little bit. Con save?
Con save?
Yeah.
Critical one.
Okay.
That die is now
Well, all right.
High or low?
low.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's not sated. You can hear him howling in the vents as, like, bones are rattling around in there.
Howling. It's a gory howl.
Yeah. He's starting to sound and act an awful lot like that Wendigo on the cruise ship at this point.
But
It's
I'm
not very good.
prettier. I'm a lot prettier than she is.
Sure. So, Zoop Soup, if you guys are sneaking up to do that, you might want to roll stealth.
Strike Team Chongo, go. I got a 10.
You're not that stealthy.
You
You
are
are
not?
clip-clopping a little bit. The children are whimpering, but Verde and Keith are both pretty quiet as they're, they sort of like lead ahead because of the fact that you are so loud in comparison.
I go
And-
on my comms real quick. Hey Perkins, if you could get that teacher yelling, like maybe in pain, so as to distract from clumpy. Well, she wouldn't be.
we're feeding her to a goddamn monster?
Yes, but we're trying to secure food for the group. I'll make extra power bars for you if you do it.
Porkins treats.
I do love Perkins.
Would you do it for a perky snack?
Perky snacks.
Snack? Sorry, teacher lady. And you just, I'm just gonna set it on. Ow. You can just hear phaser shots going off in the background.
She passes out.
And she's just like,
Oh God, I was on the wrong setting.
oh, I was on burn.
Well, better turn it up then.
So Perkins blasts her in the leg so that it causes a wound. And she doesn't scream right away, but seeing that it doesn't do the intended effect, Perkins goes over to his dirty litter box and grabs a handful of it. And he's like, I'm sorry, I have to do this. And he just grounds it into the wound. So it's dirty kitty litter just right in her burnt wound, and she just starts screaming like crazy, to which he then runs away.
How far away is Group A from the storage facility?
I would say they're in the stairwell, going up towards. So about, from where the teacher's located, about 80, 100 feet.
I will hold my action.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like in strike team formation that Zoop Soup knows from AJ Washington's video watching, so,
Sure.
not at all.
Yeah,
Putting his fist up every once in a while.
sure. So
Motioning forwards.
when you guys can hear the screams coming down and back from the room. So you know Perkins is doing a damn good job of making her make a lot of noise. And scream. And bleed. So she is bleeding as well.
You doing what you have to do, Perkins. Don't feel too bad.
I don't want to talk about it. Better give me those goddamn perky.
What's your favorite flavor?
Seaweed. Seaweed chips.
Seaweed and peanut butter?
Seaweed and peanut butter?
Seaweed peanut butter chips.
Fucking gross. Showbiz.
Seaweed, saffron, and peanut butter coming up.
Oh, God damn.
Worth. So you guys who are going up the stairs, you get to the top, and like I said, you're back on the normal floor of the layout of the ship or whatever.
Lights flashing red.
Lights are just dimming in and out red, so it's like dark.
Shit.
It's kind of bright red, dark, kind of bright red. There's barely any sound. I mean, the engines are not on. It's just enough power to be able to keep the circulators going enough for you to be able to breathe.
And is gravity or no?
Yes. There is
Alright.
gravity. There are so you actually come out in the mess hall. So there is a replicator in this room.
All right, I'm going to... Everybody watch all the exits and the vents. I'm going to try to power this up and get it going.
Is there anything else we need? Like, anywhere else on this floor while we're up here? We can split up and maybe get stuff, or how do we want to do this?
Well, yeah, Keith, if you have any ideas, I'm open to them.
I mean, we could go to the armory and get more guns.
It's an idea.
And maybe spacesuits?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing a spacesuit, but other people might want them.
Yeah, they might be extra protection or something. Do we still have that exoskeleton? The giant robot exoskeleton? No, we don't.
I do a history check for that, or...
We don't actually have that. I was just saying.
Okay.
Also, you roll me a perception check. Zoop zoop.
I got a 7. This is pretty good.
The children and Keith are like,
Sir, I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm hearing a lot of rattling noises all around us and clicking.
I think he might be in the vents.
It's probably just some swamp gas. Don't worry about it.
I'm
Space
kind of
gas? Well, keep your eyes peeled then, and I'm gonna
Does he
beep
do that?
boop.
Does he peel eyes?
You'll find out.
Oh God!
It's a delicacy.
But I'm
I'm
a
gonna-
robot.
Power on the replicator.
okay.
How many things can I make with it? What's its power level like?
So, when you power it on, it's like, So it does make a noise, and it
Okay.
indicates that it's on emergency ration mode. So it's set to auto produce jerky,
All right.
dried foods,
Yes.
and then like water pouches.
Textured vegetable protein.
Yeah,
Water pouches.
yeah.
I'm going to try to... I get those out, but with the last bit of power, I'm going to try to override it to get seaweed, saffron, and peanut butter power bars
Roll me mechanical
to
engineering.
keep my promise. 16.
So you do manage to override it enough to sort of bypass the emergency thing. So because of that, you don't get as much of the other stuff. So I will say you get 4 Perkins snacks,
4 Perky snacks.
5 sticks of jerky, 5 dehydrated fruit, 5
5 men.
10 water pouches,
All right.
and what was the other thing? Vegetable something.
Seaweed.
3 Vegemite.
Sandwiches?
I don't know what it is.
Bars.
Vegemite sandwiches?
Little
3
cockroach bars.
It's like
The
a
Luna bars.
instead of those applesauce packets, it's just ground up vegetables. It's like Gerber's baby food vegetables.
But dehydrated into a bar.
Yeah.
That's what
All
kids
right.
eat.
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
Exactly.
Keith goes past you towards the back of the ship to go to the armory.
I guess
Verde
we agreed
also
on that.
goes back that way to go to the engineering room to try and look for stuff. The children don't know what to do.
Yeah, kids,
Where's the
you
pizza
with me?
boxes?
Yeah, they're in my room.
Okay.
All right, children. So get your guns out.
They have guns. They're way bigger than their
Gave
hands.
them
but they've
little
got-
pistols.
It's like the penguins inside Futurama when
Yeah.
they learn to pick up guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Bum, bum, bum.
So you guys go off towards your room. Meanwhile, back in the cargo hold, Perkins is there shakily holding a gun, or like holding a string attached to a gun, like waiting. Do you go and snatch the teacher?
No. The vent door just kicks open with force.
Huh? What?
And I slowly lower myself down with my tentacles.
Okay, down the wall.
Yeah. Just like when you used to throw the ninjas that had sticky hands.
Yeah. And they. Or
flip
frogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Perkins is watching, scared behind a box, just holding a string.
I can smell you, Perkins.
Wait, take me instead of the teacher.
We've talked about this. You keep your litter inside your box.
It's in there.
How many I saw? I can see it. It's all over the teacher, ladies.
Yeah. So
And now, because of your actions, I have to reprimand her.
no.
Because of
do
you,
that. No.
Perkins.
And he pulls the string, but Verdi did such, or not Verdi, Keith did such a bad job. It literally just like makes the gun fall over. Like it wasn't tied to a trigger. It just was tied to the barrel. So he just pulls the gun over, and he's like, "God damn it, Keith!"
I'm sorry, but this is the only way I can take care of everything.
Hey, but we don't have to do this. We could work together.
I put my knife through her chin.
Okay.
I'm not talking to you. You've made the mess with the Perkins shit
It's
splatters.
just blood.
His
just
shit
pouring
sand
out.
is everywhere.
You're talking at her about whatever.
I'm not even looking at her.
You're looking at Perkins like just having a conversation while she bleeds
And
all
then
over
those
the
dead
place.
eyes
We've
roll
talked
away.
about this, Perkins. This is what happens when you don't keep your box on.
I'm gonna cover every one of these kids in kitty litter. See how you like that then? Unless you eat me.
And I just take the body of the teacher and I just one hand throw her up into the vent perfectly.
Roll me a check for that.
Oh, what?
Roll me a check for that.
What kind of check do you want?
Oh,
Strength?
Let's
Dex?
go with strength.
Athletics?
Strength, because it's like a throw attack.
19.
Yeah.
And here's a
It's
Wendigo.
not. It's not perfect. It's sort of dong and rolls up
Oh, I'm
inside.
sorry, Dad. I'm
She's-
not great at
she's-
throwing one right down the middle.
She ragdolls a little bit, kind of hanging out.
It's a 12-6 sink bone.
Her head-
Sorry.
Her head's hanging out and just bleeding down. Eyes rolled up in the top of her head. Perkins.
I-
God damn it.
Not even looking, I kick a bucket under the blood drip so that it catches it perfectly. So
You train
athletics?
You're gonna have to stop this, sir. You're gonna have to stop it, Yokkish.
Yeah, this is the years of abuse finally coming out.
I'll stop you if I have to.
How many kids are left in here?
Oh yeah, there are kids.
We're down to
in
like
there.
13, and I took two with me.
You took 2. Well, you were down to 14. You
14,
took 2.
I took 2
so
with
there's
me.
12 left down here, and they're all huddled around where Perkins is, and they're like, "Wait, how many guns did you give them?"
Enough for the front line, and I was thinking there would be like
Front
3 lines.
line?
Like,
So 4.
4?
Yeah.
They'll fire their pistols terribly with
can
a
I
minus
can I
2.
intimidate them before they shoot?
Sure.
Give him a yell. Kaplah.
It's charisma. You
Charisma.
should have a terrible charisma score, but
Boo.
what'd you get?
17.
I mean, that's pretty scary for kids.
Ah, no, they are children's. They're scared of shadows.
And you're
But as a grown
demon space
34-year-old man, I'm scared of shadows as well.
3 of them drop and scream and just run. Like the 3 with guns just stop and just
They run. They're going to take their chances against
opposite
the
direction.
Yokkish.
Opposite direction. One has a gun and fires. It's a little girl. The gun's way too big. It's probably not going to go well. It doesn't. It has so much kick, it just fires off into a wall and bounces around for a while.
Well, what I'm saying is those kids aren't just... They're running in fear? They're not just
They
frozen in fear?
They ran in fear, but it wasn't that bad. They ran
I
in
said
fear.
boo.
You said boo, yeah.
I said boo.
They ran
decomposing
behind the
space
boxes
squid.
where Perkins is.
So they exited my attack of...
Oh, you're way far away.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you
That's
took
the
the
other
teacher
side.
and
That's
went over to the
fine.
blood
I'm just
bucket.
trying to... Yeah.
We're not camped around the vent for easy pickings.
Yeah, like,
I don't know how you were laid out because we don't have enough.
I mean, that's just logic.
We're near the shower with buckets under the shower so we can drink water.
And the litter box.
Everything that has happened is always rotating around you, Sparkles.
I told you, I'm gonna stop you, you son of a bitch.
The worst thing about it, Sparkles, is that I'm not going to kill you
What do you mean you're not
because
gonna
that
kill me?
is what you want. Sweet release
What?
from the lice and the dealing with the trauma of everything around you.
No, I don't want that at all. I definitely don't want you to eat me so I can be inside you again.
No, that's disgusting. That is another reason why I will not eat you,
I will
Perkins.
get back inside
I
you,
don't
sir.
want to taste your flesh anymore.
You're gonna
Perkins.
taste something. One way or another.
You're fucking gross.
And
But
that's
I
where we'll
will-
take a break.
Take those breaks.
Hello, Patreon subscribers. It is I, Dennis, the world's most okayest DM, here to talk to you once again about patreon.com/botchpodcast. Now, we have talked many times about the different things you get at different levels. You know, art at $20, bi-weekly games with us from the Botched crew at $50, things like that. But the 2 levels that really seem to get the most traction because they're awesome, the $3 level gets you into the Discord. And while I know, like, there's a million Discords out there, the Botched Discord is a very special group of crazy. Not only do we talk about random nerd stuff, but this community is incredibly supportive. Like, they have a weight loss channel where they're, like, talking to each other about, like, the goals that they're doing and the progress they're making. But also, if somebody is trying to get affiliated on Twitch, this community comes together and makes it happen super fast. Cannot say enough about the awesomeness that is our community. But the $5 level gets you access to the super special Patreon bi-weekly episodes. So these are special one-offs that nobody else gets access to, and we usually have special guests on. We've had Anthony Rapp, we've had Tony P. Henderson, and we had Jack Packard. But this month, we have Brian Ibbott, the godfather of podcasting. Super nice guy if you haven't checked him out before, but here is a little clip of what you can expect.
Well,
Could they wrap them up in a bundle?
Are you talking about rats?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many women and children rats are on this boat?
I mean, you'd have to take the time to check their
so
genitals.
Let's take that inventory
I'm not doing
down.
this. No.
Investigation.
I think a plague rat's a plague rat, Teddy. You don't need to know.
This
What's
is
under the hood?
maritime law. You gotta do this correctly. They said
will
the
be
time
fat.
stream will get
Look.
fucked up if this doesn't go right.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna just take
get the dinghy.
bucket
A
full,
bucket of rats.
a
Got
barrel
it.
of rats,
A barrel of rats, okay.
and just pick them up, dump them in.
They don't seem super happy to be handled.
Well, nobody wants to be handled, especially in a
You should wrap
situation like
yourself
this.
first, Teddy.
What
Wrap
are they gonna
first,
do?
then
Give
rat.
me the plague? Oh no, they bit one of my boils and it opened. Like, come on.
I've got extra.
We're beyond that.
Yeah, we're way beyond getting. And who hasn't been bit by a rat or two?
Hurry up then. Why are you checking the genitals?
Oh,
Go.
hurry up! I'm doing the best I can.
Animal
I've got
handling.
2 buckets full of rats, and I'm filling a boat with it.
That's just a little taste. If you want more, head on over to patreon.com/botchedpodcast and subscribe today. Anyways, back to the shit show. And we're back?
I will take those jelly beans of children's off your hands.
Over my oiled sweet body.
I'm actually going to take an attack.
Kids go roll in that cuddle.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to attack Perkins and try to knock him out.
Okay. So you're going to rush up to him and attack him.
Not attack. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to try to hit him right in the face with the butt of my long gun.
Okay.
So you're doing subtle damage?
Just KO damage.
Yeah, he's just
I
trying
want
to
to.
knock him
I
out.
want to hurt him. Like I want him to wake up.
Sure.
But I also don't want to hit him too hard, where he's like, I just came. Yeah, look how much I came.
That is something he would say.
So, is that a finesse weapon?
No.
Just kidding. I got a 16. What's the butt of a gun do? Let's say a D8.
Non-lethal, that's the word. Subtle's from like second
You
edition.
don't hit Perkins.
Whoa.
Because he's skinny, he's now pretty
Skinny
dexterous.
Perkins?
I went where his head used to be.
Yeah.
Because
His
of
jowls.
He dodges it. And he's like, "You get the hell away from me, sir!" And he botched.
Classic Perkins.
So Perkins goes to reach back, and his arm gets stuck on the collar of one of the children, and instead it slows him down, and he literally just tosses a child directly, like, into you, but not, like, hard. Just, like, lofts it.
It's like a little, like the snowball that you throw at somebody that you lob at them so they look at
Yes.
it before you beat them in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "God damn it!"
Perkins, it's Uber Eats. I thank you for your deliveries. You said he botched that? Did he fall prone or anything like that?
I mean,
He stumbles
matter.
forward with
led
it.
to the child's death.
Yeah,
so-
it's fine. I like Christopher Reeves on South Park. I cracked the neck and suck out the inside.
Oh, that's
And
disgusting!
throw it away.
Just the skin.
Just toss it away.
I sucked it dry. It's got juicy blood.
Just got
The
blood
skin's
all
not even fried. Why would I eat it?
Yeah. I tried to watch my.
That's a waste.
I tried to watch my ghoulish figure.
That's a waste. barely ate it.
I'm sorry. You can finish
That's
it
like
if you
that's
want.
like buying a Slim Jim and just sucking the
That's
juice out
like
of it
eating
and throw
a
it away.
banana and not eating the peel.
Over the comb, Perkins.
Oh, yeah, sir.
You can't answer that.
It's not wasteful. You're still thinking like a fat person. Let it go.
Wait, you can hear this?
I ink on Perkins right in the eyes. Try
Okay.
to blind him.
Roll attack again.
That's a critical 20.
Yeah, you're gonna ink directly into his eyes.
Are they burned out?
Well,
It's just blinding.
Okay. He critted.
no. So yeah, Perkins is blinded, so he can't see anything right now. Meanwhile, back up on the bridge or the upper section, you can hear lots of commotion down below, but you think you might have enough time to do some hunting gathering. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard Perkins talking about wasting the skin, so I made fun of him over the comm. But me and the children go to the room and forage for ranch and half-eaten pizza boxes. And
Okay.
I imagine that Keith and Verde are looking for big guns.
Yeah, so you guys can find the pizza boxes pretty easily. I mean, you just put them under your bed, right?
Yeah, that's how AJ used to do. He would replicate a box of cheesy bread and pizza, and then he'd eat half of it and then just leave it under there.
That stuff's not going to go bad because it's not even real food.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you find.
And those like dispenser bags of ranch. He used to get those.
So it turns out there were only 2 boxes of the cheesy
Ooh, really?
breadsticks. Yeah, there was
That's
only 2
unfortunate.
boxes, but there was also 2 bags of ranch.
The big gallon ones.
Yeah,
That's a little
Like-
calories. All right.
like a box of wine, the plastic inside, but it's ranch. Yeah,
For like the pump dispensers at the cafeteria.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
He was stealing them.
pretty much.
He has like a little hamster feeder in his room.
Sure.
And also, how many alcohols are in his closet? That's the real reason I came here.
What type of alcohols did he have? Beer?
shitty
this?
American beer,
AJ Washington, Busch Light.
and cinnamon flavored sugar whiskey.
3 6-packs of shitty beer
All right.
and 2 bottles of whiskey. I rolled
Pizza
a lot of
sticks.
2s, surprisingly.
All right. Well,
See,
children,
you guys-
you've done well. Here-
I feel like I didn't do anything. I just followed you here.
We survived, and here's your pizza snack reward. I
They're
give them little
literally
boxes
meat
each.
shields.
So they very hungrily eat the cheesy breadsticks, even though they're hard and stale.
Not too fast. No, what? Oh, all right.
They just devour them. Yeah.
You two are promoted to lieutenants. You are now
Oh, wow.
stronger for having helped me.
Oh, is
The
that how
squid
that works?
cannot harm you while I'm near.
Oh. We're going to
Just so
stay
you know.
close then.
Yeah, exactly. Very close.
So they stay very close to you.
All right, and let's go rejoin our friends in the armory. If you kids remember where that is,
Okay.
because I do.
So I was going to say you kind of all meet up at the same time.
Back in the
at
cafeteria at the top
back
of the
at the mess
stairs
hall, yeah.
with his new
And-
vent.
Yeah, Keith only managed to find 1 pistol, and that was it. We don't know if there was other guns in there, but that's all Keith could find.
Sorry, this is all I can find. It's just 1 pistol. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Verde came down with like a suitcase. She came back with like 2 suitcases.
All right. What kind of cases you got there, Vatty lady?
Oh, these are volatile chemicals. I'm gonna blow that motherfucker up.
Like, is it like a multi-chemical thing where they feed together and they explode?
Well, I
or
didn't,
they
I didn't
just,
put it together yet. We're
they
gonna
just
put it together.
dissolve
I want to
him?
do it when we're all together,
The super soaker.
so I have defense.
Yeah, give all the kids some super soakers, and you got to cross the streams at him so that dissolves him in like
Just
acid.
give them water balloons.
Kids are good at throwing.
Don't drop this.
Yeah, that'll
You're
go well.
super fucked.
We'll give him some of the beers first so they have courage.
yeah,
I'm
that's how
better
that
aim,
works.
yeah. Hey man, I've thrown D batteries when I'm drunk.
Well, you are from Philly.
That's true.
And glass vodka bottles at people in our crowds, and
Yeah.
Pretty good at it.
After trying to, you hit numerous people with 1 throw. so-
I know.
which one of us is the most Karen that's going to complain to the manager? That one. That's who I'm at.
I can tell by her haircut. Nail her. Let me light this on fire first.
She looks like a bitch.
She looks like a bitch.
Got
I
like
said
the
bitch.
bang front fade to the bowl cut in the back
Yeah.
with like
Bowl cut.
fucking
It's true.
blonde streaks, and some of them are red, and it's just
They're-
all
yeah,
over the place.
it's literally just a bleached blonde Amish haircut.
And
That's all a
giant
Karen cut
hoop
is.
earrings.
Yeah. So when you guys head back downstairs,
That was the teacher that we sacrificed. That's why you shouldn't feel bad about it, Perkins.
Sure. Okay.
Perkins.
So when you head back down, Perkins is stumbling around with black ink all in his face. There's,
Perkins,
at
I'm not even
least-
going to ask what that's from. You a disgusting man.
I was gonna say, one of the children is missing.
Oh, I was going to say there should be no kids left.
You ate all 13.
Yeah, I'm
not
just-
even gonna pace it out.
He's a glutton.
All he's doing is snapping their necks and sucking the juice out.
Yeah, they're like gushers.
You just see 13
Well, you just open up
dead
a pack
kids.
of gushers
Well,
and
what's
just
like
eat one of them?
4 children equals
At
1
first.
human, so he's got to eat 4 for every one that he normally would eat.
Okay, I'll say 4 kids are dying.
There you go. I'll take that.
You see 4 corpses of children with their necks snapped the wrong
Skin bags is what you mean.
Yeah, their bodies are shriveled up a little bit. It's not like he sucked all the juices out of the back of their neck.
Well, you actually were right, Perkins. That is very wasteful.
That's what he said.
Is he still like putting ink out of his eye?
Yeah,
He's gotta do a con
Dilophosaurus.
save.
He's trying to
Uh,
get
He
it out.
can't
Switch.
see until he does a con save.
Yeah. He passes. He's used to getting sticky stuff out
All
of
right,
his
that's
eye.
fair. He's got a chemical to
God
deal
damn
with
it.
it.
He's just like, "Ugh." It's not the first time he inked in my face, so it's fine. But, so he got the teacher, sir, and he got 4 of the kids. The fucking Keith tied the string to the barrel of the gun instead of the trigger.
I'm non-violent. I don't make weapon traps. I'm sorry. I got nervous.
Keith, we're going to have to adjust your programming to get violent if you're not going to help us survive.
I mean,
Although,
Okay.
realistically, you're going to be the last survivor if he does kill us all because you are made of metal and he's not going to eat you.
oh, I feel a lot better then. Oh, I'm safe.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
I hate them more than I hate the people.
I'll just throw myself out the airlock. I can't die in space.
exactly.
That seems like a lazy way to write off a character.
Inside jokes. I mean, you could try and reprogram Keith to make him more violent. You mostly made him productive,
Yes,
not so much violent.
I'm going to pass around the food
Okay.
I give Perkins his bars, so he can't have any other food, just the bars, because
Okay.
he's still on his diet.
Sure.
And I'm going to keep most of the jerky for myself, and one of the 2-gallon bags of ranch
Sure.
in my
Ver-
backpack.
Verde's like, sir, I
Yes?
would like to make a recommendation, if I may.
Yes, I should chug these beers right now.
I would say you could
He's already finished 2 of them.
after. I was gonna say that maybe we should build like a base of operations here that he can't just like slurp us out of because he just keeps stealing us out of vents.
What, do you want like a roof?
Yeah, we could stack up boxes, make like a crate igloo or something. They're heavy.
All right, well, let's get on it. Keith, you look strong.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
Well, you're a robot, so
Okay.
you're probably stronger than I am.
I just have a quick question
Sure.
about the ship itself.
Yeah.
Is the ship just adrift
Yes.
in space?
It's literally just drifting.
Okay.
Sparking out the back,
Nothing.
kind of rolling.
So Verde managed to do one little poof of the engines, and
Spurge the engines out.
So now it's just
Moving
moving
slowly
yeah,
forward.
very slowly.
Got
forward.
it.
With
so
the force
it
of
is
the
moving. It's
explosion?
not sitting completely still. Yeah. So yeah.
It would be funny if the stress of all this had Perkins go
fat
and
again?
just start eating again.
Stress
Like I can't stress eating,
Sure.
but also there's no food.
Sure. So, Captain, I'm going to need you to decide who's going to be defending while who builds.
But I'm in the air vents right now. How am I
Perkins?
going to delegate roles when I'm up here in the air vents?
You're not the captain.
I am always the captain.
I am the captain now. Look at me, everybody. All
He's
right.
got a bell. Do you have a bell? No, you
Ding,
just
ding,
got
ding, ding,
gross
ding.
testicles. I said it.
Damn it.
All right. Well, I assign Keith on build duty with Verde,
Okay.
and I guess I'll help lift stuff because I'm a big, strong man, and I
Okay.
enhance my. I don't want to say skin bag, but the thing that I'm attached to.
Sure. I won't
Um,
even say that you could even stress the skin bag
Your fleshmobile.
to like go a little above and beyond its capabilities.
Yes,
But
No,
also at its detriment. Like,
well, in hard times, you got to take sacrifices, and,
Sure.
and I know that I can always suckle upon the teat of the 2-gallon ranch bag that I have,
sure, that heals all wounds.
and my backpack of vat meat, which
Sure.
I've not shared with the rest of everybody because it's secret.
So, what is Perkins and all the children doing?
Perkins and the children are in charge, and my 2 lieutenants are in charge of
What?
keeping watch.
Okay, so they just are lined up sort of in a semicircle around the build site with guns pointed in every direction, just waiting. But this time the children managed to, nestle the guns in such a way that it won't go flying when they fire a shot. So that's a thing. Are you doing anything while they're building this habitat?
Yeah, I'm going to the other parts of the ship.
Okay, what do
If
you
it's not being occupied.
No, the other part of the ship is
you
totally
make
empty.
a map of the ship.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like he could be hitting all the replicators for all the meat that they've got,
No, I'm not doing
and there's
that.
got to be more dead bodies all over the ship if those are the only survivors, right? Or has he already picked them clean?
I mean, he ate Joran, and Zorthox got zapped off the ship.
Yeah,
Um,
into hell,
So, yeah.
I imagine.
yes, they all went back to the hell portal. All the demons everywhere. So yeah, so the only survivors are you, Keith, Verde, Perkins, and the kids.
So yeah, then I'll be going through everyone else's rooms to kind of
Steal their money?
No, yeah. I mean that would be in character of Yokkish to
Yeah.
go to like Jordan's room and like
Doesn't
Un-
need this anymore.
I'm going to untuck the bed.
That'll show him.
That'll show you.
Sign your name on his fan fiction.
And then going through like the storage room and kind of
Okay.
like messing up any kind of materials that they could actually use.
So you want to
is-
sabotage.
A little bit of sabotage, but is there more stuff in the armory, or did Keith just shit the bed?
There's more stuff in the armory. He just shit the bed. Like,
Is there any way to close the armory permanently, like lock it down?
if
So
you sealed the door.
I'm gonna seal the door.
Yeah.
I guess I could do that on the bridge.
Well, no, because so the computers are pretty much completely off.
Got it.
So when I say seal the door, I mean like with a torch, like an acetylene torch, just
Which I would find in
sealing
the
door.
storage room, which is right next to the
Yes.
armory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You're gonna do that?
if they're hunkering down, right? like when
You
they're
need all
making
the
their
cutting supplies you can get.
when they're like literally like making their plans, I'm just sitting at the vent listening, like snacking on Karen's brain. That sounds a good plan. And I'm going to go to storage room and then get the unsettling torches and kind of just close up the storage room. Oh, no, I want to keep that open. I've got plans.
Well, you could get in anywhere. Because,
yeah, but I need to get
the vents.
I need to get the body through there. There's some of these shipmates are not the same size. But I'm going to close the armory up in the teleporter rooms.
Well, the teleporter room is connected to the armory.
I know, but I want to. Hey, it's
not
better
that they could use the teleporter.
It's better to have double locks on. Your front doors has 2 locks. I want to put 2 locks on.
Yeah, but Phil, we don't use the one door.
That's not the same. I just moved here. I don't want to hear that shit.
Don't lock the bottom lock, Phil. We can't get back in the house.
You go for a walk after podcast? Yes.
So, roll me a strength or athletics check.
Oh, athletics, my dude.
No, not you.
Oh, damn it.
You just have to take your time to seal the door. You don't
Yeah,
have
they're
to
not
do
going to come
anything.
out.
Yeah.
Can I also, like, fix some of my, like, skin that's, like, falling off?
What do you mean
with the
fix
set?
it?
You know, like,
You want to sear it?
melt it back onto me?
That's not how skin works.
I mean, are you a skinologist?
Yeah.
Are you a dermatologist?
I was going to say dermatologist.
I mean, in space, it could be anything.
You're a Wendigo. It's literally sloughing off.
You're a Wendigo. Don't fucking. That's
You got like
our
radiation
word.
sickness?
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, you could burn it, but it's not going to, like, go
Give
back
me more
on you.
powers.
It'll-
It makes me stronger. You know what's scarier than Wendigo? Wendigo on fire.
No, because you take double damage from fire.
No. It's because I'm in the water. It's a weird
okay.
effect. It's like the close-up magic. How does it work? He's on fire, but he Wendigo in water. Okay, keep going.
Okay. The answer to that question, by the way, is 30 minutes after you eat.
Ah, got it. After you beat.
Well, that too. So, roll me a strength or athletics zoop.
What's my increased strength bonus for pushing my host to the limits beyond?
If you stress it, we'll give you a D12.
All right. An extra D12.
Yes.
Goddamn. Oh, all right. I'll take a 32.
Oh, no, 32 is a good roll, big boy.
Yes, it's got
Not
a good luck.
planning your death.
32? So, yeah, so other people can see sort of like the muscles getting very, very strained as you're just lifting these incredibly heavy boxes, and they're stacking up, and you're basically making like a little bunker. And with everybody working on it, it takes you about 15, 20 minutes, and you guys were smart enough to put little, not slats, but you put space so you can see in
gun
all
holes.
directions. Yeah, gun holes. And Perkins took his litter box and he just threw it on the floor all around the outside of
Like a ring of salt?
like a ring
to
of
keep us
salt.
protected?
Yes. But he also put it on each of the levels of the boxes too. So if he touches it, he's gonna get my pee in him.
I'm going to fucking kill you, Pumpkin!
That's what I've always wanted, sir.
Fucking do it!
Perkins, your reverse psychology is excellent.
Yes. I've told him I'm gonna get inside him again. He doesn't even know.
In an effort to regain all of the strength that I'm going to be losing soon, I'm going to chug all of the beers.
Okay.
So he can sleep? Like, you're just playing yourself now.
You know, we don't know how long we're going to be adrift. You might not want to drink them all right this second. You might want to
Right, you're
space
right.
them out.
Well, I had
Like-
2 already, we said, so I've got down to 16, so I
But
guess I'll just drink 8.
Yeah?
I'll have 8 beers.
But you're
That's a
also the
reasonable amount.
captain. You're the captain.
You're going to drink 8 beers right now?
Yeah, I'm the captain. You can't stop me.
Roll me a con save?
Are you... Perkins, you the voice of my... Oh, Jesus Christ. I rolled a 1.
Yes!
That was close. 1 digit off of instant death.
Drank himself to
Yeah.
death!
Almost. I rolled a 0 and a 9. Literally 1 digit off
Oh,
of death.
shit!
So, like, I strained myself physically, and then I just dumped, instead of, like, giving
Yes.
myself food and water, I put
Instead
alcohol
of
on top of it.
stretching and doing other things like that, yeah. So instead, you just vomit on the floor a little bit. There's a little puddle in the middle. So the space that you're in is fairly dark, but there's light, coming in with the flashes. Keith also has a light on his person, so it's so the space that you're in can stay lit enough, anyways. So it's not super dark in there. So you guys have your little setup. Verde's like, all right, well, I'm gonna get to work.
And I'm just passed out?
You just threw up. I didn't say you
Oh,
passed out.
okay.
You just threw up a little bit. But Verde made sure to have a little table there, and you could see that she just starts working on stuff with the 2 briefcases. She's getting out vials and like these little glass urns, and she's mixing things together, and tubes and wires and all kinds of shit. She's doing something. You don't know what it is, but she's doing something.
Science.
Science stuff. What are you doing up top? So I'll say it takes you, because with a acetylene torch you have to go pretty slow. I would say it takes you about an hour to seal
That is fine.
one door, so about 2 hours to seal both doors.
It's fine. I start an armory, and it's like, I sealed myself in, so I have to undo that. And no, yeah,
You get through the vent to get out?
yeah, no, I'll take that time to seal up both doors.
Okay, then what are you gonna do?
Well, checking what the time is. I'm gonna make my way through the air vents back into the storage room, the holding dock,
cargo bag.
Cargo bag.
Sure. So when you go in the cargo bay, you see that the limp, lifeless children that you had left unshucked are still there.
Those are a lot of good bones. I could use those bones for things.
But you don't see anybody else. You do see like a little bunker that's built up against the wall in a semicircle.
Made out of what?
Heavy-duty crates and like whatever else they could find.
Yes, we'll all be fine as long as the gravity stays on and these crates stay put. That's what I'm saying. Because we're in an impregnable position.
Why are you yelling that out loud? And it's also covered in litter.
Look, Perkins,
and all that
as
stuff.
captain, it is important to project so everybody around you can hear you at all times, so they know you're very strong.
But he can hear us too.
No, he's a mindless blood bag at this point. He
talked to me.
No, you're imagining things again, all right? And it's very important that we...
Didn't you hear him yell, he's going to kill me because I put my kitty litter on the floor?
You're imagining things, Perkins. Your helmet will sort that out as soon as it arrives in 5 to 7 business days. Now that we're adrift, it'll get here sooner. So, as acting captain, I think it's probably the wisest decision for all of us to gorge ourselves on all of these snacks, because who knows when our next meal's going to be.
I think that's the opposite of what you're
like the
supposed to do.
bears of America, you have to eat all the food and then go to sleep, and we'll take turns taking
But we
watch.
don't want to go to sleep.
I said, and we'll take turns
Is it?
going
But
and
that's
watch.
not how bears work. They
Well,
don't
I'm
take
extremely
turns.
sleepy, and I
Then you go
have
to
been
sleep.
called a hairy bear before, so I'm going to eat this jerky and go to bed, because I need to recover.
Okay, you go to bed.
Perkins, you are acting captain.
All right. I'm in charge now, guys.
Is there
Just
any way?
kidding. Keith, you're in charge.
God damn it.
Is there any way?
Oh,
To,
good.
is there any way to crush their? There's no way to really like crush their bunker. It's like shipping crates, right?
Yeah, but they're like full of stuff. So,
Yeah.
You guys hadn't picked up any cargo recently in
Well,
terms
the
of like
kids, the children.
yeah, but like nothing huge
You know what?
that you could
I'm
throw
gonna take
into it.
Anybody outside of the
No,
bunker?
they're all on the inside of the bunker.
All of them.
They're bunker
All of
igloo.
them. That's the point
Like,
of the
aren't
bunker.
they playing like hopscotch?
Oh, you
outside?
think they went outside to
I-
play?
I mean,
Kids
I'm just-
get bored, and now that they have no...
I'm hungry.
disciplinary.
They
over them.
literally watched their friends, possibly family members, get their necks snapped and whatever juices sucked out by an octopus. I don't think they are in the playing mood.
You don't know children. You
Yeah,
got
they're very
children.
resilient. They bounce mentally.
And physically, you can then beat them around, and they just laugh, and they laughed, and they kind of like it until you go too far.
No wonder-
And then the ex-wife has to hold your arm back because you don't know when to stop.
No wonder Danny likes me so much. Mr. Dennis, Mr. Dennis. Why are you crying again, Dan?
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to go back to the rest of the ship and, maybe take some time and sit in captain's chair on bridge.
So comfy.
With drinking blood out of a skull.
Sit the teacher's skull.
Drinking out
It's
of
like
Jordan's
a-
skull. If you're in the captain's
No,
chair.
I don't give that to... No. I airlocked the door here because it's the best way to get rid of a character is to open the airlock. No, I'm eating the teacher's brains out like a sherbet or jello asks. They're nice. I hold it in my testicles.
Chilled
Like in Hannibal?
And then when I get bored with that, I'm going to go down to power room, get real powerful, feel good about the situations. But I'm hungry still.
It's not. I mean, the engine room. Is there a room separately that says power room?
Yes,
I thought so.
It's a power room.
Gotcha. So that room has all the batteries. There are flickering lights on them just to indicate that they are running enough for the lights in the air and everything else to be on enough.
Are they labeled properly? Like a nice circuit breaker box?
Yeah, who built this together, was it?
Not like that. The computer system is what you would use to like deactivate certain things.
Clipsworth?
I mean, if you just unplug everything.
I don't want to unplug everything. I need my life support. Hold on, the clips worked.
So Clipsworth doesn't come on because
Give me a high-low on that. Hi.
so not in the normal way. There's a teeny tiny little mini hologram of Clipsworth. He's like, "Yeah, sir,"
I need you to
and it's like very glitchy.
I need you to
I'm running on emergency power,
Okay,
sir.
that's good. That's good on you, Clipsworth.
Good to see you, sir.
That's good to not eat you, sir. It's good to say, okay, I need to tell me what's all these are.
Well, these are batteries, sir.
Oh, that's a very good to find the jokes.
They maintain the energy in
What
the
does
ship.
these ones do?
What do you mean?
Like-
they all control the power
Yeah,
together.
but aren't they on like a circuit breaker? So like if I
They have a bunch
removed
of wires.
one
So yeah,
battery...
if you start pulling wires, yeah. No, the batteries. So think of the batteries sort
Okay,
of like
shut up.
in a box
voice in
with
that.
the wire
All right,
on it.
Clipsworth. Which one that turns off all the emergency lights?
Well, we wouldn't want to do that. It'd be too dark in here. Sir.
That's all right. We all have low light visions. And then look, I got a little flashlight on my shoulders.
You said flashlight, sir.
The translation is weird.
I don't believe everyone else has one of those flashlights, though, sir.
Oh no, they're all in cargo, the cargo rooms, and that's where everybody's bunkering down until we get them picked up.
Why do you want to turn the lights off, sir?
To conserve powers.
But at my calculations, we'll be able to run on this power for at least 15 days.
It's good. We could be better if we didn't have lights, because we have flashlights.
You can
And
also
I also
mutate
want
into
to-
mold people.
I want to take away the gravity.
I'm sorry, sir, but you don't have captain's access to ask those questions.
I'm gonna start pulling wires then, Clipsworth.
I wouldn't advise it, sir.
You haven't advised me yet, sir. Can I kind of make any sense of this just by looking at it?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay. That's an intelligence?
Yes.
14.
You got a pretty decent idea of what the wire might be, and it might
If I
be a
pull it
high-low.
and then put it in,
It may or may not work.
I'm gonna take those chances.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a...
Sleight of hand.
I'll tell you what. So the wires that you're really focused on, that you think, there's red, white, blue, black, green, and yellow.
Okay.
Which one would you like?
The reds, whites, blues.
All three of them.
Well, sorry, I thought it
Red,
was...
white, blue.
Well, you
green,
always cut
black,
the red
yellow.
wires. Always cut the reds.
Okay.
Red for the red lights.
High or low?
Low.
All the lights go out. And as the lights go out and nothing else, that's what we're going to call it. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out next
You
time.
can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Reddit, at the Botched Podcast. This episode of Botch was brought to you by the Patreon producers, His Lord and Majesty Big Jim, He Who Is Steve, The Nuck Big John, Lord Chronic, Scattered, Shanta Panda B Mel, Disgruntled Furniture, and Sparkle Brony 69. You want to support the show and get cool shit? You can do that over at patreon.com/botchpodcast. $3 gets you into the wonderful community. $5 gets you those monthly one-offs. We've had great guests so far. We've had Anthony Rapp from Rent.
Yep.
We've had Jack Packard
From Red Letter Media?
Red Letter Media. We've had Brian Ibbett from Coverville. All these guests are just $5 over at patreon.com/botchpodcast, like our newest patron, Arthur F.
Arthur F.
Fucks.
We salute you, Lord Chronic.
Lord Chronic.
You are this episode's
Bit
Commander. If you had a moment, if you had a moment, head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps the show grow. Thank you to Gozer for intro and outro music. More of them over at Gozer_music. And as always,
When you're being chased by a deadly monster, throw your kitty litter all over the ground to enrage him to the point where he won't let you be inside him.
get out of here, fucking!
And I guess you could scream botched or whatever.
See you next week, nerds.
Botched Podcast is proudly part of the Giant Size Team Up Network. You can support Dennis's new comic book projects over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. And you can support Phil's streaming projects over at patreon.com/imaginarynomad.
Why are there so many crabs around here?
It's a community, or it's not a community day, it's a raid spot.
damn.
It's a Pokemon
Fucking
spotlight.
use your fucking words.
Tuesdays from 6 until 7, they pick a Pokemon.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
And it spawns.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble.